Good evening, everybody. Blessings to you all. And we'll begin with a short silent meditation, but I'll give you a few words of instruction. So try to find a comfortable posture. For those of you with supple bodies, can sit in full lotus like the Buddha did on the night of his enlightenment. If you can't manage full lotus, then half lotus. If you can't manage half lotus, then maybe just cross-legged. If you can't manage to sit on the floor, sit on a chair. The posture is we're aiming with our posture is to be firm and to be able to maintain the posture for the period of time. So you just, from your own experience, you know what you can manage. So try to establish a firm, stable posture. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the breath, the feeling of the breath going in and out of the body at the tip of the nostrils. And one thing that may give you confidence in practicing mindfulness of breathing at this time is the knowledge that this is how the Buddha practiced on the night of his enlightenment. He began by remembering his time as a young boy, attending the royal ploughing ceremony at the beginning of the growing season in Asia with his father. But being a young boy, he was bored with the ceremonies and the rituals of the time. So he was sitting on his own under a tree and just quite naturally started to practice anapanasati, or mindfulness of breathing, just like we are here today. And perhaps that's an important reflection. The Buddha or the Bodhisattva at that time, he was still a young boy, not yet enlightened, but the young Bodhisattva just naturally turned to his breath and calmed his mind, following the feeling of the in-breath and the out-breath. And he experienced a great sense of deep peace because he was letting go of everything else, even his own feelings of boredom, restlessness. You might say this was something that he had inherited from his past life, perhaps. Just quite naturally, he had the character to practice meditation, mindfulness of breathing in this way. And he sat for many minutes, maybe even an hour or two. And they say that a great aura arose, great sense of peace and radiance was started to emanate from the Buddha as he sat meditation. We may not be a bodhisattva or a Buddha. We may not feel we have much peace or an aura, a radiance of peace emanating from us. But the important thing is that effort, paying attention to the breath at this time, following the feeling of the in-breath, being willing to let go of other things that are coming up in our consciousness as we sit here. So thoughts may arise, we note them and let them go, return to the breath. Feelings, sensations in the body arise, we note them and let them go. We may even have a bit of pain as we're sitting here, but try to mindfully note that feeling and let it go, not to worry about it or react to it. So this is a skill we're practicing, developing, just as the Buddha himself developed. And you may experience different degrees or levels of peace each time you meditate. So you'll find some days turning to the breath, knowing the breath at the beginning, the middle, the end. your ability to pay attention is good some days, and you really start to relax in body and mind, and the alertness, the wakefulness is established, and you're able to let go even of sleepiness, the distracted mind, the mind that wants something else that it hasn't got. We can let go. And then other days, we can't pay attention to the breath. The mind is racing with many thoughts, and the breath maybe seems too subtle and refined to find it or stay with it. But the important thing is to keep putting the effort in for the period of the meditation. It's only for 10 minutes or so, not very long. So see if you can really dedicate all your effort at this time to following the feeling of the in-breath, the out-breath, reminding yourself to let go of the distractions, reminding yourself to be patient with different feelings coming up, and developing this quality of knowing the breath from moment to moment to moment. And if it's only a few moments, never mind. Already you're cultivating the path in the same way that the Buddha did on the night of his enlightenment. And the Buddha is the teacher, so naturally he could do it better than us. But it doesn't mean to say we can't do it at all. We just need to keep practicing regularly, improving that ability to pay attention to the breath and letting go of everything else. With patience, with energy, with compassion, and particularly today with gratitude to the Buddha. Even if you find that your meditation is not developing as well as you would like, and your mind seems to be restless, agitated, we can still bring up that appreciation and gratitude directed to the Buddha for he gave us at least he gave us a way, a method to help to bring more control, more clarity to our mind, if only for a few moments. And practicing mindfulness of breathing regularly, we'll become familiar with it. And we know we always have something we can turn to, however restless or agitated our mind is, whatever's been happening in our day, in our life. We have this method available to us. And with confidence and faith in the Buddha, we can see the potential for developing very calm, clear states of mind, and then the wisdom and insight that will arise from it. So practicing mindfulness of breathing for Wesak is not only a celebration of the Buddha and his life, we're also celebrating our own good fortune to be able to practice like this, having come in contact with the Dhamma, having the good health and the opportunity to practice meditation like this. This is our own good fortune. So keep following the breath for a few more minutes until you hear the sound for the end of the session. So gently open your eyes and come out of your meditation.